What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? My name's Matt, the Awakening Angler, and welcome to the Morning Fishing Report. Busy out here today. It's Saturday morning. It's a beautiful morning, though. A little chilly, and I left the dock about 5:30 on the jet ski. I'm fishing the west end of Oneida Lake. I'm more in the middle, I should say. I'm off Constantia today. Started out deep and jigging where I had them yesterday. Ooh, just missed one right there. Even when you're talking, when lay tip goes, you go wah, wah. Water temps in the low 70s. I started out this morning. I fished a deep flat in 22 to 25 foot of water. I had 4 walleyes in there jigging with a blade. That's twice I thought I felt something take a swipe at it in this drift. Then I moved over to the North Shore, and I have had 2 bass and no walleyes. So, still using Homie. Both those bass came on Homie being casted and straight retrieved and not jigged. And one was off the bottom being retrieved slowly, and one was as soon as it hit the water being retrieved slowly. And both big adult bass, you know, no questions asked. And prior to 2 days ago, when I had that fish, when I saw that fish boiled on the surface and I casted to it and started immediately retrieving it, that was the first time I'd ever caught one on a blade. And all the time I've used blades, let's just say in the last 3 years, I'd never caught one just retrieving it, like a lipless crankbait. You know, when you think about it, all those lipless crankbaits we use for bass, well, I don't fish a lake. I don't fish for largemouth necessarily, so anyone that I catch, unless I'm in shallow, is by accident if they would be out here. But out here you would have smallmouth and walleye. So if you were throwing a lipless crankbait for smallmouth, there's a search bait. You can get them without rattles, but it's the one that would be the oddball, would be one that would be silent. Everything has a rattle inside it, or some sort of a rattle chamber, well, to give off a vibration. But a blade, by its nature, vibrates on its own. You feel it right through, so it's transmitting a vibration out from it. And so I guess it's really no different. I've just never fished it that way, and I'm telling you right now that it's kind of, you know, because I just never used it. I always use it as a jigging tool and never anything else. And now all of a sudden I'm super happy. Like, my favorite lure just got double duty. Like, he's a switch hitting all-star. You know, and Homie don't play that. Now it happens to be the sun's just now coming out. Looks like it's going to burn off. It's 9:30 in the morning, and it's been cloudy all morning. So certainly Homie's dark profile and gold lended to a good color in the overcast sky. Now, if it was clear, super clear sky, would I have started with something different? I still would have fished Homie first light. Okay, now let's see what happens. I just watched a bass come right out of the water right there, just as I was talking to you guys. So I just casted past the where he breached, and I'm just reeling it real slow. I started reeling as soon as it hit the water. I will jump up and down if this happens on camera like this. Huh. Anyway, so that was exactly what happened the other day that started this whole thing. I casted to an active breach and immediately started slow cranking it as soon as it hit the water. So I mean, what's it down, a foot or two? So any of these bass that are down there, these smallmouth, they're looking up. It would be, I guess, no different than looking up at a topwater. And I've seen smallmouth come up from 20 plus feet and hit topwaters. So way more than that up on the St. Lawrence where it's so crystal clear. So I guess why wouldn't they come up and look at that vibrating, looks like a tail, probably looks like a fish tail swimming, it vibrates, flashes, you know. So that really has got me excited today. I was hooting and hollering earlier when I got bit, and I would have just now. Don't ever close yourself off to a possibility. In all of fishing, quite honestly, all of fishing is theoretical. You know, we think that this will be the case, and we do something that does this, that elicits this response, or we think it's going to. You still have to go out and prove it. You know, you could make any lure that looked like anything in the world. You know, you could be an old G.I. Joe. You tie a hook to his foot, and it's the greatest thing ever. But if you do this with it, well, okay, well, what if you do something else with it? You know, you still have to go out and say that you can show and catch fish with something. I'm watching it in the water right here, and you know, the regular jigging profile you can see is that real flash and up attractant, but then all of a sudden you change that up and it comes through the water like that, and it still looks really good. I hope that transferred right there. But don't ever be afraid to try something new, and even something old in a new way. Don't close yourself off in your fishing life. Don't close yourself off in any of your life. But don't presuppose that only, you know, don't presuppose that you can only believe the negative. You know, oh, I'll never catch anything with that. Or someone tells you, oh, there's only one way to use this. Bull. As soon as you tell me that, I stop listening to you. Oh, there's only one way to do things. No, there's not. There's 100 ways, good, bad, and indifferent. Don't be afraid to try something new in fishing. And again, or something old in a new way. I think that's a key sentiment. Don't get locked in, and it makes things exciting again when something different happens and you get a good result, you know, or you're doing something different, or you've thought of something. There's a lot of self-satisfaction there, which is awesome. Be creative. You know, the worst thing that can happen is you won't catch anything out of it. The best thing is all of a sudden you figure out something that you didn't know before, maybe that no one else knew before. Every great lure, every iconic lure that we all use every day came from someone's up here. Hey, I wonder if this would work. You know, what do you think about that? I got fish, and I haven't seen the last two. I have fish busting the surface all over out here. And at first I thought they were carp, but I don't think they weren't carp size and color. But that was the fourth one while I'm talking to you guys. I want this to get bit right now. And it's just that it's even better than a swim bait bite. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's way more, I shouldn't say that. It's awesome. It's awesome because all of a sudden you feel the vibration the whole time, and then all of a sudden you don't. And as soon as you stop feeling it, that rod is loading up. So, all right. Have a great Saturday. I'll be out here again tomorrow morning with my buddy Mark, our web designer from Walleye Fest, and we will catch up with everybody then. Have a great, great, great Saturday. Keep your tip up.